Audio presents the unabridged recording of Daisies in the Canyon by Carolyn Brown, performed by Natalie Ross. Dedication. In memory of my precious sister and my best friend, Patty G. Russell, 1953 to 2013. Chapter 1. Dry-eyed and silent, Abby Malloy focused on the wooden casket that held the remains of the father she'd never known. The north wind rattled the bare limbs of an old scrub oak tree in the corner of the small cemetery. The preacher read the 23rd Psalm, but the words were whipped away with the fierce wind. Dozens of people bunched up under the tent and sang "I'll Fly Away." She looked at the words on the back of the funeral program, but she didn't sing along. On the last verse of the song, someone tapped her on the shoulder, and she looked up into the green eyes of a man with a daisy in his hand. He shoved it toward her, and she took it. Then he moved on down the row of 3 folding chairs and gave one to each of 2 other women. Abby wondered what in the hell she was supposed to do with it. Didn't folks usually put a rose on the casket if they followed that tradition? Could the women next to her be Ezra's other 2 daughters? She glanced over at them, covertly studying each of them as they stared straight ahead at the casket. The will said that the sisters all had to live together in Ezra's house, that if any one of them left, they could have 1/3 of his money, but not a bit of the ranch. The last one standing got the land, the cattle, the house, and the whole shebang. If more than one was left at the end of 1 year, then they would share the ranch. Neither of those 2 looked like they were interested in anything but the cash out, especially the prissy one right next to her. And the wild-looking hippie on the end would probably get bored real early, no doubt about it. Abby wasn't totally sure she wanted anything of Ezra's, not his money or his damned land, but she'd stick around a few days to see what happened. Hell, without the army anymore, she didn't have anything else to do, and she might like ranching once she learned how to do it. Her stomach twisted into a pretzel, more from stress than hunger. Would it be a sin to eat one of the miniature candy bars she had tucked away in her jacket pocket? She was reminded of how she'd felt in Afghanistan, the same emptiness surrounded by nervous energy, especially that horrible day with the little girl. Today was not her fault, though. Today the burden fell on Ezra, even if he was dead. The cold January...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?